Hello, welcome to a new series I'm doing. This is the evolution of a series of different ideas that I've had. The first was miscellaneous Mondays, where on Mondays I just play whatever I felt like, and I kind of okay. So let me start over a little bit. This is going to be a weekly series that goes up on Friday nights, called Friday Night Lights, Lites, where I just play light games, play whatever I feel like. It's going to be mostly whatever I feel like, but it's going to be like board games, kind of. It's going to be a heavy focus here. But it's going to be kind of whatever, maybe I'll show off a little train simulator. Maybe I'll show off a little transport fever. Uh, but this is going to be like a whole bunch of different ideas I've had mashed together. Um, so one of them was miscellaneous Mondays, where I played whatever the heck I felt like on Mondays. Um, and then one of them was board game Saturdays, and one of them was Transport Fever Tea Days, where I played Transport Fever every Tuesday and Thursday. And all of those ideas kind of got scrapped. Um, and so now it's Friday Night Lights. Uh, and so on Friday nights, I'm going to play several different games, not all in one setting, but I'm just going to play whatever I feel like. It's going to go up at 6 o'clock my time, and it's gonna go. You're probably wondering why we're staring at a black screen. Well, that's because we're going to be playing something that I need to show off my desktop for. So we're going to have a quick glimpse of my desktop. Uh, and then we're going to open up. We're going to be playing some Monopoly. This is my childhood. That's one of the running themes of this game, of this series. It's kind of going to be there's going to be a lot of really old games that I played when I was a kid. Um, and this is a game that absolutely defined my childhood. Is this particular version of Monopoly. So we're going to play. Come on. Run. Sometimes it's a little bug. Not always like this. Why are you not running? And see, this is really weird because it's usually not like this. It usually just launches right into the thing. Oh, here we go. There we go. So this is Westwood Studios' version of Monopoly from 1995, I think. It says 1995 on the internet, but my dad always said we didn't have a computer in 95. But I'm like, yeah, we could have bought it in 96 or something. So, if you're familiar with this version of Monopoly, you know it has a fairly impressive MIDI soundtrack. What we're going to do is we're going to listen to the first song, which is called Park Place, in its entirety, and then we're going to switch to my enhanced soundtrack, and I'll explain to you what that means in a second. But we're going to click through this and get to this menu, and this menu is kind of so if you click go here, it exits the game. No, we don't want to click it. And you'll notice there's this tiny little window, and you're wondering, well, why don't you just hit the, maximize button? Because it doesn't really maximize the thing. It just, so what I like to do is I like to put it in the corner. Nobody puts Monopoly in the corner. And I have the Windows magnifier on my hotbar, and that'll load up. And I have it at 200%, and it will be exactly perfect for the Monopoly thing. And you get a little glimpse of the final scratch. So, we go through, we've got background MIDI music, and Park Place is playing right now. And we'll let Park Place play in its entirety, but what we're going to do is we're going to close the magnifier so I can see my hotbar. and we'll have Winamp open in the background. Bypass isotope vinyl. And have my enhanced soundtrack ready to go when Park Place finishes out in the MIDI version. And so what I've done is I've taken the MIDIs of, because what is in Monopoly, in the files, they're just stored in raw MIDI data format. So what I've done is I've taken those MIDI files and enhanced them in Logic Pro, a program you can get on a Mac product. So like a MacBook or a Mac desktop. And I had it on a MacBook that is sadly no longer with me. And so I've improved those MIDIs into, MP3 files that sound like better versions of these MIDIs. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to all of Park Place, turn the MIDI music, background MIDI music off, and then listen to improved versions of these MIDIs. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at some custom game rules, look at some options, and then we're going to start again. Oh, it sounds like Park Place is about to end, so let's... Let's listen to how... Oh, well... Let's listen to how good Park Place can be. Let's look at some custom options. I need to turn that down a little bit, so sorry about this. Custom game rules. So let's set official options. And so these are the only official options. Have options for building, even build rules for building, and transactions are allowed from jail. I like to add, free parking collects fines, and it collects more than just fines. It starts with $500, collects taxes, fines from chance and community chests, and the bail from jail. Landing on go, and then once you collect the free parking, it gets another $500. Landing on go doubles salary, and immunity from rent allowed in trade. That's the only ones I have. None of the other ones. These are like 1 lap required before purchasing. That's stupid. Makes the game so much longer. Cash is hidden is done. Transactions only during your turn. We'll make transactions only during your turn. Makes it easier for me to tell who's doing what when it's trading. International options. This is basically makes it an American game. Movie display options. I turned these two off because it makes the game go a little bit faster. Computer AI options. This basically makes it so that computer runs like a computer opponent. Like it. This is how I play it. Normally it'd be like this. But I play it like this. Movie backdrop, we're gonna play with, Galaxy. Person on this computer's name is Bluebud. You probably know my first name by now, because I've probably been called it in my household, but, I have not shown off but I have not intentionally been called by my first name anywhere else. I don't think. Computer AI player. And then this is how you pick an AI. You don't pick like, easy, medium, or hard. You just pick an AI that has a name, and you don't know anything about that AI unless you go into the AI files with a text editor. And then you realize that it's all just text. But we're gonna pick Guybrush because I love the fact that one of them is named after Guybrush Threepwood, and I always give him the battleship because it's funny that one of them is named after Guybrush Threepwood, and then I give him the battleship. And then we're going to computer AI player, and then I think we're gonna pick Rupert and give him 6-pounder and give him the cannon, because I think a kind of cannon. 6-pounder is like a grade of cannon or whatever. And then we'll hit go, and battleship and 6-pounder are both ahead. Great, lovely, wonderful. And thus, we have my favorite version of Monopoly of all time. At the very least, my favorite computer version of Monopoly. My favorite console version of Monopoly is the Wii version of Monopoly, because it had all these great unlockable boards with themes. Like, there was a sci-fi board, and there was a jungle board, and an Art Deco board, and they were very neat, but Mr. Monopoly was very talkative in it, and also it was my first experience with the dark purples being brown, so it was like very jarring, and also my first experience with the new redesign of Mr. Monopoly, which I lived with, but it was very jarring, you know, having lived with like the 1935 version of Monopoly all my life, and then suddenly this new 2006 redesign of Monopoly, and suddenly like, boom, here's something that I've lived with all my life, and then suddenly they change it, and you know. It was very jarring, but I loved it. It was very fun unlocking all the boards and having all the different tokens in each of the different boards. And one of the Art Deco board has this one token that is just like an Art Deco sculpture, but it looks like Gabillion from Mother. Like, not intentionally at all, but it just vaguely appears like Gabillion. Gabillion, sorry. I just forget there's only one eye. Also, this way with the when using this particular skin in Winamp, I can see the songs as they pop up. Ooh, nice. The first railroad and it's mine. I'm absolutely a railroad fan in Monopoly because I'm a rail fan in real life. And also, I always wanted Reading because I misread it as reading. Because and I loved it because I was a voracious reader. Oh, I forgot to mention the Monopoly like box that my dog wants to go. Yeah, my dog wants to go outside, so give me a second after this roll. The Monopoly box that it showed exploding open was a version of Monopoly that I owned and that this particular set is based off of. I'll explain what's different between this set and other sets in a moment. Oh my god, I might be going to jail. What's different between this set and other sets in a moment. I owned this set, essentially. No, I didn't go to jail. Okay, it's no longer my turn, so I have to, go. At the back door. Honey! Honey! You wanna go outside? Lord knows it when you want to go. Okay, I'm back. So this song normally has a really high-pitched, like, alto sax, but in Logic Pro, the alto sax kind of, like, fumbles when it gets really high-pitched. So I replaced it with the soprano sax, and it sounds much better. I just like the way soprano sax. They're not very commonly used. They're like they're underutilized, I feel like. Especially in MIDI. In MIDI, there's not enough soprano sax out there. I was playing Monopoly the other day on a different game, on a different version of it, digital version of it. And I forgot that the whole rule about the whole rule about how many properties are used to, paying your 50 if there's a certain amount of properties left out on the board. Because there was like 10 properties out on the board, and I was willing to get doubles. And it wasn't until my third roll that I was like, wait, there's 10 properties out on the board. I should have paid 50 on my first turn. So, that was me making a dumb move. No, it's okay. There's like some minor animal abuse in the game. Really kind of dumb, but it's like clearly like this weird, absurd, like, out of nowhere 90s computer humor. They want, give me the railroad and well, I almost can't say no to the railroad. Almost. But they want my red. Counter it without the red. And I'll still give you the green. No. I'm still willing to give him my money, too. Maybe if I didn't take the Ooh, Island on go. Give me that extra 200, please. There's this one version of Monopoly that I might end up playing with you guys that has animated community chest and chance cards. That's actually really fun. I don't find the game itself as fun, but there's actually a lot of really cool stuff to it. It's got a lot of counter it. Don't give me the money. Give me the railroad instead. Ooh. Oh, you jerk. Look how much money he got from landing on free parking. It's insane. It's the best part about free parking. The best part about playing with house rules is free parking. There's this one version of Monopoly that we have just for like the Xbox One, and it just ruins house rules. Like, you can only pick one at a time, and they're all the normal house rules, but they're also saddled with other weird rules, and it's terrible. Like, one of them is that I never use, but is an okay house rule, is unlimited, like, infinite houses and hotels, which is an okay house rule for a computer monopoly. I never use it. But like that one is saddled in the Xbox One version, which is also I think the same as the Switch and the PS4 version. Is saddled with also you can build when you don't have a monopoly, which is a stupid house rule to have. So it's like I'm really glad that the eventual, like the future mobile version of Monopoly that's coming out by Marmalade Games is gonna be like normal house rules. Like, it's gonna have the normal versions of house rules. Because I love Marmalade Games. They have out, like, it's gonna be based on the Xbox One version of Monopoly, but it's gonna have, like, normal house rules and stuff. Because it has the graphical style of the, Xbox One version of Monopoly, but they said it's going to have the house rules you love, so that implies, at the very least, that it's not going to be the house rules from the Xbox One version of Monopoly. But they did the really good version of Clue and Battleship and Game of Life on mobile. That my grandma and I play. Mostly Game of Life, my grandma and I play. My dad and I played Clue a little bit, and we're trying to teach grandma how to play Clue so that the three of us can play Clue. Because when you try and play Clue with a comm on the Game of Life, if you pick a style of game board, and then you and the your human opponent pick the same style of character, there's no guarantee that the computer opponent will pick a character that fits that style. So, like, there's multiple styles. There's classic, there's Wild West, there's, like, horror, there's, like Hollywoodland, and there's no guarantee that like if you pick the Hollywoodland board and you and your human and the two human players pick the Hollywoodland characters, that the computer opponent will pick a Hollywoodland character. They might pick the Wild West character. It's so dumb. Forfeit. See, look, more animal workers. Oh man, actually that'll be really good about the Monopoly by Marmalade Studios, is even though it'll be like, DLC and you'll have to pay for it. Themed boards. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. You want my blue. Give me... I will... Give me your railroad. Then no. It ain't happening without that railroad, buddy. In case you can't tell, which it might be hard to, these drums are brush drums, which is really fun. It's really fun. I have edited versions of the Monopoly, of the actual meanings of this game, where it sounds a little bit more like my versions of the songs, which is most noticeable in certain songs, especially My Hotel, which I changed to have an electric piano, and certain songs that I changed to be like an alto sax instead of a tenor sax, or a tenor sax instead of an alto sax, or some songs that have like a baritone sax instead of either of them. Oh, come on, you know what would be really nice right about now? Snake Eyes. That helps though. That's nice. Also having like all these fun different versions of the acoustic bass. Like I think I think one of the songs has a different version of the acoustic bass. And then I think we already passed it, but there's a song that has a different version of the trombone. And then later on there's a song that has a different version of the vibraphone. It's really fun playing around with these songs in Logic Pro. Oh, maybe I need a nap before I record Pokemon. Maybe it's just Monopoly that does it for me. This is not a light game, by the way. I just wanted to do this for Friday Night Lights because I've been trying to play something Monopoly related for all of the series except for Transport Fever 2 T-Days. Because I wanted to play this for miscellaneous Mondays, and then I wanted to play let's play Monopoly Tycoon, and then that kind of went down the toilet. And then basically nothing left. So this is Monday night or Friday Night Lights. Because it just ended up that way. Wait, is that the phrase or is it a different phrase? Friday Night Lights is Oh, I need to raise $46. I only have $4 on hand? Oh my god, okay, Boardwalk, you're gone. This is happening, you're gone. And yes, Friday Night Lights. Sorry about that. Friday Night Lights is what I was thinking of because it's the one that's the TV series. Here it comes. Because it's kind of like a rumba thing. And it had kind of like the 70s feel to it. I don't know, 70s, like, maybe 60s. But I just had this like, oh, like, feel this. Oh, here comes some houses and stuff. Pretty cool. Once this battleship's turned around. Had this like Latin American vibe to it that I really like. That I thought the electric piano really dived with, I guess. Ah, poop. Happens. Ah, I love the way one of them punished. And then it's knocked over. It's fun. It's tough. I also love how the coaches are fairly realistic looking. The train from the States. This is fun. Too bad they don't do something like that for free parking. Like where it's just a bunch of really realistic looking like 1930s cars, and then there's just one car that looks like the car from Free Park. Actually, did any of you see the... Oh, some of you guys may not be from California, but California Lottery had a Monopoly-themed distractors recently, and there were commercials for it, and there was a gal. One of them was a gal walking along, and everything turned into Monopoly stuff as she walked along, and one of it was like a free parking car, like a beautiful. I love trains, but I love old cars too. So one of them really got me excited because it was like she's walking along, and as she walks along, there's free parking car, and it's this beautiful night, like beautiful, like it's probably not a Model A, but it looks like a red, bright cherry red, not even cherry red, it's even brighter than cherry red, Model A with perfectly white tires, and it looks exactly like the free parking car in real life. I sneaked by. Watch me have to pay something anyway. Oh no, I inherited Rolls Royce. I didn't catch that for the longest time, that one of the things he's being offered to buy, like one of the things that's being shoved in his face, is a Rolls Royce pamphlet. And I don't have any particular affiliation to Rolls Royce. It's just me liking old cars. And so, logistically, this being 1935, that'd be a nice old car. You know, Rolls-Royce is overpriced pieces of crap nowadays. Well, no, not really. Some of them are actually sporty things, but, you know, nowadays they're like, whatever, they're the same as any other car, just maybe overpriced. But, you know, back in the day, when you bought the chassis and then and then paid somebody to make the thing, the rest of the car, a Rolls Royce was worth it. You know? And so was a Bentley or a Cadillac or whatever. You know, nowadays it's just cars. That's kind of the thing, is like all cars look alike nowadays. You know, there's some that stick out, and some that stick out in not the right ways. But, you know, in the old days, everything looked different. And that's not even true, because there were cars that looked alike. Like, you can mash together a bunch of cars and make them all look alike, and, you know, like, I'm playing Mother. Like, if this is your first video introduction to me, I let's play old Nintendo games mostly. And I'm let's playing Mother, which is also known as Earthbound Zero. And there's that one car in the game that has like 2 different colorations. Like the one that looks like vaguely like a Hudson Hornet, but it's not a Hudson Hornet. It looks like every car from the 50s. So what car is it? Well, it's every car from the 50s. It's all of them at once. You know, it doesn't really have pontoon fenders like that one car. Pontiac Chieftain, I think it was called. I'm trying to think of the one that was in Mafia 2. It was a Potomac Indian, but I'm trying to think of its real life equivalent. But Yeah, I can't think of the real life equivalent. I think it was a Pontiac Chieftain. But, like, it doesn't have pontoon fenders like that. It's more slick, but like a Hudson Hornet. But it's not a Hudson Hornet because it's got... I don't know what it is. It's so confusing, all these cars. But, like, still, cars had looks to them back in the day. Like, you could see a car and have, like, a vague idea of what it was. But, like, nowadays, you just have to look at the actual badge to see what it is. But even then, back in the day, you kind of had to look at the badge, because, like, especially in the really old days, because, like, everything was a box. Everything was a box with fenders. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably put houses on this stuff. Let me do that when it gets to my turn again. Let me do that when it gets to... Well, let me carefully put one on each of these. And pray I don't land on the house or the hotels here. Yay! I'm safe. As long as I don't get snake eyes this next turn. Yeah, these guys are just so lucky. I mean, there's one guy keeps pass and go and then landing on that. But actually, I think that was Battleship last turn that did that, and then Six Pounder did it this turn. With passing. No, there we go. That's not okay. Six is the only one that doesn't have at least one monopoly. Actually, he's got the utility monopoly, but what I mean to say is we all only have one monopoly except for Six Pounder. You know what I should do? Trade him like 1 grain for his like Battleship's actually kind of wimpy because he's only got his monopoly and the 1 dark blue that he's got. What am I giving him? Like green? There we go. I'm happy now. I've got all my railroads. Should have taken some money from him, but oh well. Got like all the money in the world. My loss. They're both past my second thing, but oh well. That's the worst. You get your first house in hotels, and then you get that one. I think I'm using a purple trombone in this one. I think it's a cut beat trombone, it's called. There's so many horns and bow horns, bow horns being the saxophones, going on in this one that it's not even funny. One thing, oh no. I wanted to have like half of that. Ooh, that's gonna be painful. You've heard a little bit. And then here's the special vibraphone. This is a special acoustic bass, I believe. Maybe a special drum set, I think. Don't remember. Okay, we can do that and that, for that and that. Yeah, I'll accept that. More monopolies is good. I'll take a few more monopolies for a few more monopolies, honestly. Let's get some more game going, honestly. Oh no, I wanted one less than that. Oh well. Battleship is absolutely destroying us momentarily. Nice. Nice, another 400. And I'm a sleepy sheepy. Nope. Damn it. Ah. Nope. And that's our friend, 6-pounder out. Means I'm probably going to be going out soon. There's no way I can beat that kind of money. Get past it. Get past it. Get past it all and get free parking! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. I should have unmarked Marvin Gardens. And by the last 3 hotels. I can do that, I think. No, I can't. I don't have enough money. Let me actually unmortgage Bolton. Okay. Okay, I don't want a 2, a 3, or a 5. That's, 4. I want that. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. Ah, poop. Gonna have to sell buildings. I'm gonna try mortgaging. Oh, I can only mortgage my railroads in these two. I'm gonna have to sell buildings. Oh, I still have to. Okay. No, wow. No. I think this is bad news bears for me. Yeah, I'm probably done. Yep, that's probably me done. Nah, it won't even let me go. It won't let me. Okay. Guess I have to continue. That's fine. But I don't have to worry about that. How long have I been recording for? Less than an hour though. So. Probably. There we go. That's probably me. There we go. There you go, Battleship. You won. You winner. You wiener. You wiener. Alright, he won. Alright, thank you for joining me in this attempt to win at Monopoly. Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye.